Hey everyone, it's Katie and Elisha from nowthatwe'reafamily.com, and today we are going to be answering one of the most frequently asked questions that we receive, and that is, what do we do to celebrate our children's birthdays? If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do that. We really appreciate it when you do that, and when you leave comments, we love seeing your thoughts, and we love seeing the conversations that take place in the comment area section, and so please do that as well.
Okay, so when it comes to birthdays, it's kind of funny because we have gotten this question a lot recently, and we just finished up the end of the birthdays in our home. Specifically, the question we were getting was, how do you guys celebrate birthdays in a big family? So I'm the oldest of 11 children. Elisha is the oldest of 10 children.
Well, I'm not the oldest, but I am one of 10
are.
children. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's okay.
You're the oldest in my mind, the one I look up to the most. But then, so the fourth born of 10. And then obviously we have a little bit larger than average family. And so how do we navigate like the party scene? It's interesting because all over YouTube, you will see super extravagant birthday parties. And it can be easy to think that's what you need to do when you want to make your child feel special. Because making your child feel special on their birthday is something that I think it was really important to me. I think I felt so special on my birthday all growing up. And I think it almost becomes even more important when you have a really big family, because it's one day where that one child totally sticks out from the rest and everything's all about them. And it's a really special way to, bring them into the limelight regardless of where they're at in birth order or how much attention they naturally demand.
Yeah, this is something that I've kind of had to jump on board with because I was a classic, indifferent, pessimistic, lame father when it came to birthday parties early on. And I was a stick in the mud. I think that's probably the word I was looking for. And that's nothing really to do with my upbringing. My parents were extremely kind and generous on each one of me and my siblings' birthdays, and we felt special, but I didn't carry on that value into my adult life. And so really, when I moved away from home, my birthday just stopped mattering to me. And I probably wasn't very conscientious as a son or as a sibling to call my siblings or my parents on their birthdays. I've grown in that area. So when it came to my own children, I really had to start seeing it through the lens of, boy, what an opportunity to celebrate their life, to celebrate that God in His sovereign plan chose for us to parent these children and for them to enter into the world. And we want to highlight that, not in an overly materialistic way or superficial way, but certainly in a way that makes our children feel special, that helps highlight the sanctity of life, that helps highlight the true miracle that it is. I don't know if I'm fully on board right now with our current birthday model, but I'm like 90% on board with our current birthday party model.
Yeah, so we do a lot of the traditions that I had growing up, since I have stronger positive associations with birthdays. Elisha was apparently the kid that didn't care, and I did. So we do what I want to do and what I have positive associations with, and Elisha's been gracious with that. Something that I associate with birthdays very strongly is just that feeling of being special. And yet growing up, we did not have parties. We did not have theme parties. We didn't have lots of friends over. We didn't have, the blow up thing in the backyard and the princess is coming over, or the themed cakes, or whatever the case may be. And so that's not necessarily what I associate with feeling special, is this all out party. It was just kind of like, I knew it was all about me for the day. So something that we do to have that anticipation or that excitement that I had growing up was we have a present at the end of the kiddo's bed when they wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it's pretty special. Katie is like this sneaky little elf that in the middle of the night, after we've slept for a while, she sets an alarm. She gets up in the dead of night and puts on an elf costume and then goes, no, I'm joking. She doesn't put on an elf costume, but she does deliver a wrapped gift at the end of the birthday child's bed. And it is pretty fun to see them wake up to that. And now it's something that they expect. And so I'm always blown away that you're able to do it so sneaky like, because they're expecting it.
Yeah, I mean, we wait till they're pretty well asleep or get up really early in the morning. But when you think of it, like some of your best experiences are like waking up on Christmas morning to a present or waking up to the tooth fairy putting something under your pillow or something like that. Like it's really fun to just start things off with a bang. So that's a little tradition that we do. It's not a big extravagant gift. It's just something that's there for them. And then the next tradition that we do is the kiddos get to pick their breakfast cereal.
Yeah, so we are not a cold cereal family except for when I'm in charge of breakfast and on birthdays. And we're not like a sugary breakfast cereal family except for on birthdays.
Yeah.
And so without fail, the children go out of their way to choose one of the most sugary breakfast cereals of all time. And the favorite is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's kind of become the go-to birthday cereal. And Katie doesn't mind that.
No, I don't mind that at all. So although we do have a couple back-to-back, like my birthday and then two of the boys' birthdays are all within a week. And so I get kind of sick of it by the end of the week. But Papa Johnson, the kid's grandpa, Cinnamon Toast Crunch was his favorite sugary cereal. And that got passed down to me and all my siblings. And I think I said the kids get to pick their breakfast cereal, but I think I just give them Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes, Katie chooses the breakfast cereal.
They've never had like Lucky Charms or Fruit Loops or any of those things. But I remember trying them growing up and like nothing compared to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hey you guys, I just wanted to tell you real quick about my homeschooling course, Homeschooling the First 3 Years. It's all about laying a foundation of joy and confidence and fun and simplified homeschool in your home. So if you're in a place where maybe you're considering homeschooling your kiddos in the next few years, then this course is for you. It's going to break down not only what we do for homeschool in our family and what we've done for the first 3 years in homeschool, but it's also going to show you exactly how that looks. So I'm going to take a camera around with me vlog style and show you how does it look to homeschool with a baby? How does it look to homeschool with a toddler? How does it look to homeschool multiple grades at one time? How do you navigate different learning tendencies? How do you navigate your learning style as a teacher? And how do you motivate children and get them to love learning? I love homeschooling my kids. One of my favorite things that I get to do with them each day, and it's something that I want you to love doing with your children as well. So if you look down in the description box, you will be able to find a discount code where you can get a discount off of homeschool the first 3 years, and I really hope that it blesses your home. So I'm giving them the best that there is when it comes to sugary cereal.
Yes.
Maybe one day they'll care and we'll mix it up. So we do that at breakfast. They usually get a bowl and then we eat like eggs or oatmeal or something else to fill them up because you aren't going to fill up on something like that. And then the next tradition is, what do we really usually do after that?
Well, I have made a point to get some special time with each one of the kiddos if I'm able to. So I'll take them maybe like on a coffee date, or I'll take them just to the store to get some like, inexpensive trinket that makes them feel special. Or I'll take them on a hike. I took Louis on a little hike along the lake on his birthday. And so I try to get some one-on-one time with them that, like Katie already mentioned, just highlights the fact that we are making this day special for them and we're acknowledging them as a person and the miracle that they are.
All the kids just love to sing happy birthday 20 times a day to this child. And we just had Louis' birthday. And we really want to make Louis' birthday special because, well, one, he's our middle child. Two, his birthday happens to be in the middle of the year and everybody else's birthdays are on the ends of the year.
Yeah, this guy is convinced that the whole system is rigged against him because it starts off in January with Katie's birthday.
Yeah.
And then we've got Leon's in February, and then we've got Lawrence's
4 days later.
4 days later in February, and then Lucy's the beginning of March. And so boom, 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 4 birthdays right in a row.
It's like everyone gets gifts, everyone gets spoiled, except for Louis.
Yes, and we keep telling him his is next, but from March, the beginning of March till the end of June feels like a really long time. to a little guy. And so by the time we actually are celebrating his birthday, he's given up hope. And so it truly comes as a surprise for him.
Yeah, I'm actually really grateful that this baby is going to be born in July so that Louis has a little birthday buddy there. And Elisha is in the fall. So anyway, I mean, in case you were wondering, we kind of went through everybody's except for Elisha's.
You guys know I don't care, and so it's all right if you don't care about my birthday.
I do. I like to celebrate your birthday. I feel like you've come to appreciate it.
Well, you have made it really special, and I really appreciate that. Like, you know, we talk about love languages all the time, but I think it is so cool when a spouse, you know, in this case, Katie, my spouse, goes out of her way to love me according to my love language, not necessarily how she would think I would want to be loved or how she would want to receive love. And I feel like that's such a cool thing when you can do that in marriage. Say, wait a second, I'm not going to just think about what I would expect or what I would want. And Katie's gotten so good at doing that on my birthday. And we're not going to tell you what that is because it's kind of, you know.
Okay, so aside from that, it's kind of just like a free-for-all during the day. And then in the evenings, they get to pick their dinner and dessert. I know a lot of families do this, and I do think it's a fantastic way to, one, see what dishes your kids like. Louis loves red lentil curry, which is so bizarre.
Yeah.
He's probably our pickiest eater, but with this Indian curry I make, which is super strong and the other kids don't like it, he just calls it his soup, and he really likes it. Yeah. He wanted it this year, but we had friends over, so we opted for a barbecue, and we're gonna give him his soup at another night. But anyways, so they get to pick that, and they get to pick their dessert. I don't pick the dessert, like I pick the breakfast cereal, but it's heavily influenced by me. It's usually ice cream related. And then after that, we do gifts, the rest of their gifts. And the kids' gifts, I mean, we don't have like this set budget for gifts, but we also don't want to just bring a ton of junk into the home. You know, I don't know. How do we navigate gifts?
I mean, I think bikes were an easy one for Leon and Lucy.
Yeah.
Because it's like we know we want to upgrade their bikes. This is a perfect birthday gift. So that's kind of it's kind of a big purchase, especially if you're getting a quality bike. With Louis, you know, we got him a little scooter. Actually, we didn't get him a scooter. My mom
his
got
grandparents
him
did.
My mom got him a scooter, which was awesome.
So we really got him like cowboy pants, which were Wranglers, because he really wanted a pair of cowboy pants, and like some army guys, and he really wanted a squirt gun. I usually have the kids tell me the list that they want, and then I kind of pick from that. So we don't have like a great system for gifts, I should say. We just kind of wing it based on the kid. And they do get the majority of their gifts throughout the year on their birthday, not Christmas. So Christmas, they get stockings in one group gift, and that's what they get. So birthdays are kind of where they're getting multiple gifts that are specific.
Yeah, and I think that I know our oldest is extremely audacious with the requests he makes for his birthday gifts. And so he's got a running list all year long about he is the guy that's asking for a dirt bike and a full-size rifle and like a horse. And I mean, he just keeps adding to the list, you know, and he's convinced that he's old enough for all these things and that we can afford it, obviously. And so he's the one that we really have to be setting expectations with leading up to him.
His is also the first birthday out of the year.
Yes.
So we kind of need to set expectations with him so that we're able to not just go overboard with all the other kids.
Yes.
So anyways, when it comes to friends and stuff like that, on the gifts, they always get a pack of Tic Tacs. And again, that comes from my family tradition. I don't really know where it started. My family wasn't like the candy family. We could never buy candy, actually, even like with our own money or anything. But somehow Tic Tacs got snuck in there for a birthday, and then it just became a birthday tradition. So you get a pack of Tic Tacs, whether you like them or not, and then at the party, you hand out one to every person.
Yeah, it's really fun because by the time you get your Tic Tac, it's been sitting in a sweaty palm of a 4 or 5 or 6 year old for a long time. So it's
you
a
have
fun.
To eat it. It's like a initiation.
Yeah.
To the party.
Yeah.
But we call it the sweaty paw.
Oh, I didn't realize there's.
My younger siblings named it that after I moved out. They always go, "Here comes the sweaty paw."
Yeah.
And we still do it. We do it for everybody. So anyways, that's just kind of a fun random tradition. And then when it comes to friends, We don't do peer-centered birthday parties. So it's not like, hey, come drop your kids over off at my house and I'm going to host 20 or 30 kids or whatever the case may be. We don't do that. One, that just sounds terrible. And two, that's just not really how we do friends. What do we do for friends?
Well, we usually let the kiddos choose a family that they want to have over. And then oftentimes some of our family will be in town. And of course, we want them to be able to celebrate if they're in town. But I love having these kind of family-centric friends. As time goes on and they get older, it's only natural that they'll kind of identify more peer-to-peer friendships where it's like just their friend or just their friend. And that'll happen over time. But right now, I love the holistic families being together, enjoying life together, having common hobbies. And I think a lot of times there can be an unhealthy level of exclusivity that takes place when, a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old's like, this is just my friend. It's like, no, it's your sister's friend too. It's the whole family's friend. And that can be really healthy. And it also promotes the thing that's more important to us, and that's sibling friendships. We really want all of our kids to view each other as friends and to enjoy a friendship. I did that with my siblings growing up. You did that with your siblings growing up. And now we get to enjoy it as adults, and it's so rewarding. And so it's not that we're anti the kids having exclusive friends. It's just that we want to promote family friendships and friendships with their siblings.
Yeah, as those form naturally, it's not like we're going to cut them off.
Yes.
It's just that's not what we're promoting. So if we don't live close to any of our family, if we did, or like grandparents, stuff like that, we are blessed to live next to my uncle, which I'm super grateful for. But if we, like growing up, at times when I lived next to grandparents, we would have grandparents over, and that's usually who we would have over for the party. And we love when grandparents will travel over for one of the kids' birthdays. But if there's going to be no family in town at all, that's when we're like, okay, you get to pick what family would you like to have over? And they get to pick one that usually has kids around their age.
Yeah.
And that's a really special time.
It is.
So that's how we do birthdays. They're pretty affordable. We don't do any decor. I mean, if the kids want to get out, like I have balloons and some old school streamers and they want to tape them up and do their thing, they can do that. But we don't have like picture perfect birthdays. I think sometimes, like there's certain moms where that is such a love language for them and they love the creativity and they love that aspect of it. And I think that a child can feel very loved by all the time and attention that a mom puts in. But I also don't think they don't feel loved if that's not your MO.
Well, it's the classic keeping up with the Joneses, where your kid's saying, hey, why can't we have, a pink pony and a bounce house and whatever the thing is that their friend had at their birthday. And it's such a great opportunity as a family just to go over your values for them to understand, hey, we're doing life differently. We're stoked that your cousin or your friend got to go to a trampoline park for their birthday. Wasn't that a blast? We had so much fun there. We're so stoked that so-and-so got to, go to a paintball place for their birthday. And those are great things. And maybe we'll do things like that as our kids get older. But the sooner you can start having those conversations of like, oh yeah, you can celebrate with other people when they get to do fun things. This is our value system. Be grateful for what you have, you little kid. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but be grateful. And this is actually what we're celebrating. We're celebrating life. We're celebrating how cool you are and how much we're grateful for you. And then ultimately, we just don't want to have a materialistic appetite in our home. And that starts at a young age.
Yeah. And what's funny is as you're mentioning this, we have gone to some pretty like blowout, extravagant birthday parties, but I've never had the kids question their own birthday.
Yeah,
at least at this stage. They haven't been like, well, why can't I do that? So, I mean, obviously that can come in the future. But I did watch a party planning video one time with Lucille, and that will probably be the last time I do that because this mom was good at all the stuff she did. And Lucy really wanted a unicorn cake. So I made Lucy a unicorn cake, and thankfully she was turning 5, and so she loved it, but it looked so bad.
Yeah, that wasn't one of your best creations. The entirety of your children's childhood and the flow of your home, there are going to be things that you're able to do that other families are not able to do, and there's going to be things that other families, are able to do that you're not able to do. And you can fixate on what you're not able to do, or you can fixate on what is special and unique to your family. And I think my parents did a great job of that, being like, well, look at how much time you get to spend with your siblings. You get to have a relationship with them forever. So-and-so, they don't have as many siblings in their home that they get to play with and they get to do life with. And And so I think that when you really have that attitude as a parent, one, it like makes your kids more grateful. And then two, it actually helps you as a parent be like, yeah, that's right. We get to do a lot of really fun things. And that trickles down. Like our kids just inevitably adopt our attitude towards life. If you look at your family and your home life as being a blessing and you see the gift that God has given you in that, your kids are going to sense that and they're going to have hearts of gratitude and they're not going to be looking at everything they don't have.
Yeah, that's good. I think we should end on that now.
It's over.
If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And we will see you next Thursday.
Bye-bye.